We talked about the Lakers' big win last night earlier. Let's talk about the Warriors. They blew out Miami. They got 28 from Klay Thompson. How encouraging a night was this for Golden State?
Well, anytime Klay Thompson finds his rhythm, it makes you believe there's always going to be hope with this team because of their style, because of the shooting prowess of their best two players. So Klay Thompson, he doesn't do it every night, but when he does, it gives the Warriors a legitimate shot on any given night.
Then let's talk about OKC. They beat New Orleans, closing the game on a 12-0 run. And they've had such a great year. Are they a legit threat to win the West?
The year they've had, it would be almost unfair. It would be disrespectful to say they're not a legitimate threat. They are, but there are a couple of question marks. One, they're young. They just don't have a lot of combined playoff experience, and their size is an issue. Their last two losses, or two of their last three losses, they got absolutely mauled on the glass by the Lakers and the Bucks. That is an Achilles for this team, but let's give them credit for the year they've had and say, yeah, they're a threat.
And then Dallas, easy win last night over Sacramento. Luka and Kyrie combining for 52 and 14, and I know you've been saying it for a while on this show. You find them very dangerous.
Yeah, this is the real threat, I think, so far right now for me in the Western Conference to the Denver Nuggets. This is the best team Luka's had, and that's saying a lot because you know how great he has been in big moments, but now he seems to have found a perfect chemistry with Kyrie Irving. They've added some pieces to improve their depth. They've got athletes in the middle. They've got shooting. And right now, they've got a swagger about them. They're playing their best basketball at the right time.
All right, so we like where the Mavericks are. And so we show you these three, obviously, the trio that was together in Brooklyn for a time. And you got KD now in the Suns, and they've been very up and down. You got Kyrie, you just told us you really like them. Harden's Clippers, they had a great streak there. They've leveled off a little bit. They're all in the playoff picture. Assuming you like Dallas the most.
Yes.
Which one are you the most worried about? Which of these three?
It's clearly the Suns. They're just adrift at sea. They're lost right now.
So what does this mean? Like here's Kevin Durant. He handpicked another spot to go to, and again, look, the playoffs are what will tell the tale, and maybe they'll surprise us all. But right now, it does not look promising.
Well, and I think, listen, at some point, the hits are going to come at Kevin Durant, and they're going to be valid. Look, there's a difference between what kind of talent you are historically and what kind of career you've had. Like the legacy question is an important one for guys on this level. And when you look at what has happened since Golden State, these are valid question marks because this team, with that level of talent at the top of this roster, this is a team that every night, even if they didn't become great defensively, if they were just average defensively, they should be so good offensively, they can make up for that. And they should be in the mix at the top of the Western Conference. And the fact that they're having these losses that are this ugly and this bad and this concerning at this time of the year, massive concern right now for the Phoenix Suns.
So people always look at a team like that, though, that has him and has Devin Booker and has Bradley Beal, assuming that he's healthy, and just say, well, they can just turn on a switch. They can just, flick a light switch, and they can all of a sudden go out and score 130 points in a playoff game, and they become dangerous. Can they do that?
Sometimes that circuit breaker's tripped, okay? So sometimes you got to go out to the garage, and you got to check what circuit breaker tripped because that light's not coming on right now. And this is something, you can't, I can't personally forget right now in the short term that loss to Milwaukee. That was a team that didn't want to play basketball that day. They weren't interested in competing, and Milwaukee didn't have Giannis. And then you follow it up with a loss to the Spurs. Do you know if you took Victor Wembanyama off the San Antonio Spurs, they're breaking the record for fewest wins in the NBA. They would easily. That's what you looked at the other night. They didn't have Victor Wembanyama. They're not even trying to win this late in the year, and they still beat the Suns, who had everybody playing. You can't have a worse loss than that. So just the fact that they're having these right now with the importance of these games and trying to find your rhythm, yeah, the Suns have big issues, Greeny.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here,